multiple instruments, one instrument as well as he does, but then to play two and be featured on a solo like that, great, wonderful. I mean, I'm going to say a couple things. One, because you're playing your balance, your intonation, all this stuff. Like it shows me. First of all, you guys are being trained very well. You're practicing very well. Parents, thank you for your support because these things don't happen without you as well. When you guys play in concert band, there's a stylistic way of approaching things, and then in jazz band it's different. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more aggressive. Now, what I want to make sure is anything that I have you work on today, you don't throw out the fundamentals that you have. You just try and enhance or change slightly what you're doing. Okay. So the biggest thing for me is a band who plays as well as you. I want to hear more punch, more clear articulation, like harder, I guess I would say, in those swing tunes. Because the charts go by fast, and if we don't tongue quick, then all of a sudden it's going to bleed over into the next beat. Okay? Because the tunes you were playing were upbeat, they felt good. Just make sure that you're right on top of it. So can you guys take out that tune? And I think it was like measure 66. Just the part where you guys are playing together.
Singing in the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's at the end.
Oh, 53, guys, 53. Okay, so can you guys just, I want to hear, actually I just want to hear one bar. 54. Can you guys play 54? Ready?
Singing in the rain?
Yeah, Singing in the Rain. 54, dot, dot, do, dot, dot. That's it. 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 3, and. Good. I want to make it sound great. Ready? Okay, here we go. So what I want you to do is I want you to say the word tooth. Say tooth.
Tooth.
Now instead of saying tooth, I want you to make the sound tooth. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. I'm putting my mask on because I don't want to spit on you guys. I apologize. But do you see my mask like pushing out? Okay. Can you guys do that? Ready? Listen again. Can you guys do that? Just tooth it. Don't play it yet. 1, 2, just horns. 1, 2, that measure, go. Yeah, don't flutter your lips, right? It's got to be real clean. Listen. Do you feel how compressed? Do you hear how compressed my air is? Do it. Ready? 1, 2, 2, 2. Ready? And more aggressive. Close those lips. Tongue harder. 1, 2. Ready? One more time. More space. 2. Ready? Hit. Yeah. Now put your horn up. Change nothing. Just play the notes. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2. Just that power. 1, 2. Ready? Hear the difference? Okay. So what I did was not magic. What did you do? Magic? No. What happened was every single person in the ensemble was thinking the same thing, playing the same way, toothing. Okay. It's a silly thing, but it works. Doesn't that feel cool? And what I listen for as a director is I'm listening for that pop. That space. When you guys connect like that, it's almost percussive. Like it's sort of like a sonic wave. It hits the band, and then you add the drums to that, and it's like, oh, here we go. You're on for the ride. Try it again. Rhythm section 54. Everybody do that again. Ready? Just 54. 1, 2, and 1, 2. A 1, 2. Clarity. A little heavy at the end. Tooth it for me, Brett. 1 or wins. 1, 2, 2, and. Oh, just 2. Ready? 1, 2, 2, and. Can you be more aggressive? Ready? 1, 2, don't revert back. We're moving forward now. 1, 2, hit it, and. Play it with the rhythm section. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, and clarity. 2, ready, and. It should feel to the audience that like you're slapping with those notes, and they can't help but be engaged with that. So that's the energy that you want to produce, but it's got to come from everybody doing it the same way with the same intensity all the time. Same way. Does that make sense? Yeah. Guys, wonderful job. That was great.
Yeah, I want to piggyback on the same thing, only dealing with your longer notes, especially in the brass. When you guys started out, your first tune, your first attack, some of those longer notes, is going down your first tune. You know what I'm talking about. I heard football. What do you suppose I mean by saying I've heard football? What I heard was an attack that kind of got the air spinning and then the air finally got moving, and then the note actually had some body to it, and then it petered out after that. Wow. Wow. Hear how that's a football shape?
Yeah.
Wow. The accents are shaped like this. They're shaped like greater than signs for a reason, because the loudest part of the note is supposed to be the very beginning. Okay? And on the longer notes, it becomes even more obvious. The tubing thing, that's awesome. I'm going to steal that. All right? That's great for the short notes. Now, for the longer notes, I'm going to give you a visual. How many people have seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Not enough. Okay. Already read it. Okay. Augustus Gloop. Remember Augustus Gloop? Right? What happened to Augustus Gloop? He fell in the river, he got stuck in the tube of chocolate, right? And then Grandpa Joe says to Charlie, don't worry, the pressure is going to get him up. There's enormous pressure building behind him, and eventually, boop, there goes Augustus Gloop. Think of your tongue, brass players, as Augustus Gloop. Think of your air as chocolate, and think of your mouth as the tube. What we want is not your tongue to move and then the air to follow it. We want your tongue to have pressure behind it for an accent, building up pressure from the chocolate, and then when the tongue releases, da! We get a nice long attack. So can we just play the beginning of that tune? I'm not sure what the tempo is. You want to start it?
The Singing in the Rain?
No, the.
I think that's how. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you first performed that earlier, you're kind of like, wah, 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 wah. All right, now I know you're trying to shape it and give it that sforzando piano crescendo, but the sforzando is a little weak. So now that we got Augustus with some pressure behind it, da, dee, da, 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 dee, da, da, da. Push Augustus even harder. Do it again. I want two, three, notes need a lot of love on the beginning of the note, especially when you've got a greater than. Rhythm section wise, you guys are real solid. 2 bass players, you know, it's working. My personal preference would be to put you in a position where you can visually communicate with the drummer, which would be more in this zone rather than behind. That's my preference. Some people like them to be on the right cymbal side, which again, still, you're able to visually communicate rather than being in layers like this. Sometimes you have to be in layers. The pro band I play with, our weekly gig, it's such a small stage, the bass player has to be behind the drummer because there's no room here. Well, you guys have room. You have plenty of room. And maybe you have room in your band room as well. All right, that's all I can.
Yeah, and just the biggest thing, you guys are so great at dynamics, and your sound is so great. Don't take that for granted. Like he said, he's like, you're doing everything really well. This is all ways to manipulate that. And so, again, when you play soft, you play so soft, and it's exactly appropriate, and you're all aware of each other, and you maintain your style. Great, continue doing that, right? Your blend is always great. You're always super appropriate in terms of what the sound you're making is and fitting in with the section. Great, continue doing that. When he says play a louder accent, or play a shorter note, or blow through, or put more pressure on it, that's just ways to take the exact same sound you're doing, the exact same blend you're doing, and just do it in a way that's going to make it more enjoyable for everybody. To take everything you're doing as like already a superlative level is great. Like that's what pros are trying to do. Okay, and then you just add style to it. So again, you take the things you know, add what they're saying, make sure both are happening. Yeah, just thank you guys so much.
We do one more thing with the rhythm section really quick. We do measure 9 of bringing down the house. Okay? Yeah. All right, go ahead. Bring it. Play what you normally play. Play what you normally play. Ready? Here, does everyone play at 9? Where does everyone play?
We play a 9.
How about 17?
Yeah.
17. Everyone plays 17. Here we're 17. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 17, 2, 3, and. Now, watch this. Go ahead, stand up for a second. First of all, your seat needs to be higher, just in general, okay? Just so you can, so you're feeling like you don't have to lean or like reach, okay? Now, all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play quarter notes here, cross stick here, 2 and 4 here. Watch how they respond to that. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 17. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It has more of a drive because you want to get all the way to the bari sax all the way over there. And if you're doing this at that tempo, it ends up being kind of washy at a certain point. So just the clarity here, clarity here, clarity there. You're just giving them information, it's just communication. But yeah, man, you try it real quick. Ready, everybody? 17, and then we'll let you guys go. We'll keep you here all day. Here we go. 1, 2, dig in. 1 and 2 and When there's setups and things like that, then you play that, but you go back to that singing like here's home. Okay, yeah, great job, guys. You are a wonderful band, wonderful director, obviously, and keep up the good work. You guys are all playing in high school, yeah? Just say yes. Mom and Dad, I'm serious. They are all playing in high school. Please, guidance counselors, please do that. All right, guys, wonderful job.